Well, time to get underway with the Mini and Mini Rookie Superheat, as I've just seen Vince van der Hollen just bring a lot of mud onto the circuit on the right-hand side of the start-finish straight. But here is your starting order for our Mini and Mini Rookie Superheat, the 2024 Champions Winter Trophy. Vince van der Hollen will start on pole position. Alongside him will be the 142 of the UK's Oliver Spencer. Michael Zayak and Victor Reutz will be on row 2. Jeff Verbeek and Maxime Becker, row 3. AJ Berggraaf, Boris Marie Granda, Jack Freeman and Can Osler round out the top 10. The top 20 are completed by Patrick Asiokius, Kimi May, Max Moore, Luan Zeidel, Ryan Rampadarath, who starts from mini rookie pole position, Juliana Marie Schulz, Matthias Verreken and Vic van Kampenhout, Sebastian Brand, Mikko Leon Schweers. Conor Hoifer, Dimitar Lazarov, Devrim Yeta, Tristan Abeels, Leon Herbos, Maximilian Kiel, Kilian Goma, Oliver Hochreuter and Plamen Georgiev round out the 29-strong grid. For the Superheat, the duration will be over 9 minutes plus an additional lap as the drivers head on to their official formation lap. And after this race has been completed and the sporting and technical post-race checks have been carried out and ratified, we will then decide our grid for the final. That will kickstart the business end of this event from 2 p.m. Central European time here at the Home of Champions. And for those wondering about the finals, if you are in the UK, it's 2 p.m. CET, 1 p.m. UK time. So it is going to be down to Vince van der Hollen and Oliver Spencer that will lead the field. A lot of the drivers may still be running on the wet weather tyres, which pretty much looks to be the case. It's not at that point where we'll have that crossover, when the times hit a particular point where it is going to be more optimal to go onto slick tyres. So the drivers start to go past the point of no return. For those wondering about the timetable, it is actually linked in the description down below. So here we go, the first superheat of the 2024 Champions Winter Trophy. Mini and Mini Rookie heads into the tram lines, revs rise, lights are on, lights are out, we are underway. And it's an absolute swarm of Mini and Mini Rookie drivers heading into turn 1 for the first time. Some going very, very wide, someone has spun around, and I think that was possibly Vince van der Hollen who's lost it. I think the 130 might be around at the back end of the field. Probably be thinking, thank goodness that has happened now. And there is the number 9. The number 9 and the number 7. That is Tristan Abeels and Denmark's Oliver Hochreuter. And Tristan Abeels is going to have to park that thing because the right-hand side of the rear bumper is off. That is that's an instant mechanical black flag that will be shown to the number 9. And hopefully there's not significant damage to the back axle. Someone's just hit a muddy water puddle coming through into turn 9. If that might be Vic van Kampenhout, possibly. Well, no, it's a Formula K chassis, but that's Maxime Becker, who's now up into 3rd place. So let's find out who will be leading after this opening lap. I think it could be. It is the 184 of Poland's Michael Zayak. Oliver Spencer still 2nd. Maxime Becker, Jeff Verbeek, Victor Reutz, Vic van Kampenhout now up to 7th. Ahead of Jack Freeman, Can Osler. Patrick Asiokius has gotten up into 9th with Boris Marie Granda rounding out the top 10 as we head our way onto the first part of lap 2. Now heading into sector 2 of the circuit. So it's going to be hard on the brakes as Maxime Becker gets close to Oliver Spencer in the braking zone for turn 6. Spencer able to pull away from the 155 from Germany. gets very late on the brakes as Michael Zajak was very, very careful going through turn 7, runs wide through 8. Spencer tries to accelerate to counter-attack and look up the inside, but that would have put him on the outside of turn 9. A little bit of a touch between Becker and Spencer, and looked like Becker was just apologising to Spencer, and Spencer will now be through at turn 10, and then spins the back end around, and then Becker also does the same. Second and third also having dramas, along with the race leader on the opening lap with Vince van der Hallen dropping like a stone. I think, well, the main bone of contention is now that Michael Zajak leads, Jeff Verbeek now second, Vic van Kampenhout up to third place. So there are plenty of twists and turns in this race right now. We also do have the fact that, yeah, Oliver Hochreiter is out, and that's not the way that the young Dane would have wanted to have start Sunday morning. Vince van der Hallen has recovered up to 15th place at the moment. We still have 5 minutes and 50, plus an additional lap to go. And as a result of their spins, respectively, Maxime Becker finds himself in 10th. Oliver Spencer down in 23rd. So the 126 of Jeff Verbeek is now having to battle with Victor Reutz. Vic van Kampenhout is going chasing after Poland's Michael Zajak in the 184. Some drivers going very, very wide to carry the speed through, get the better traction out of turn number 12. And Victor Reutz is not that far behind Jeff Verbeek in the 126. So this is the battle for P3. Jack Freeman now just behind the 176, running with SP Motorsport. So Hochreiter now confirmed as an official retirement. Plamen Georgiev, who started in the 122 in 29th position, is still at the back of the field in 28th. So we have hit the halfway point of the race. There's just under 4.5 minutes left to go in this mini rookie superheat. At the moment, leading in rookies, it's Germany's Conor Häufer in the 78 ahead of Ryan Rampadarath, with Matthias Verreken in the 28 completing the top 3. Good morning to ManCave076 on YouTube. Vic van Kampenhout is trying to close that gap on Michael Zajak. Last time around it was 1.3 seconds. Now it's under a second. As Victor Reutz looks for the slingshot up the inside on Jeff Verbeek through into turn 2. Freeman's got through, but look at the speed that Verbeek had on Freeman. He's going to try and see if he can get the crisscross out of turn 3. And Freeman quickly plants the karts on the racing line to defend from the attack of the 126 rather nicely. So there'll be a varying set of degrees when it comes to the racing line. Some will hook the inside of the front tyre onto the curbing, like say at turn 6. Others will swing the kart wide to the outside and then get the better traction, because they'll be able to square the kart up and then hit the throttle. So Freeman up into 4th place. Not too far behind Freeman and Verbeek is Lithuania's Patrikas Jokius in the 125. Tristan Abils in the number 9 has plummeted down to 28th position and has not come through sector 2, it looks like. Well, Plamen Georgiev hasn't come through. Tristan Abils looks to maybe be the next retiree, as there is Michael Zajak and there is Vic van Kampenhout. The gap between them was half a second across the line, and the youngster from Belgium on the Formula K chassis, privateer entry. is closing on in, and very late on the brakes was the 124 through turn 6. Van Kampenhout pulling to the inside of Ziyech. This could be very, very close, sidewall to sidewall. And there goes Vic Van Kampenhout through for the race lead at turn 7 on lap 6. But runs wide through 8. Ziyech able to capitalise and retake the lead as Van Kampenhout looks to put it round the outside at turn number 9. He's got his nose in front. They bang sidewalls. They're wheel to wheel coming out of turn 9. But Van Kampenhout has the inside line for turn 10. Gets back through. So 2 changes for the race lead in as many corners between Vic Van Kampenhout and Michael Ziyech. This could give the opportunity to Victor Reitz to come a little bit closer to them. Maxime Becker, in the meantime, has just got through on Jeff Verbeek and has started to power his way up the field, but Verbeek keeping to the inside line out of the final corner. Becker might have the run of momentum going through. He's going to swing wide. Jokius might have the opportunity here on the German, but then Becker with an absolute lightning amount of speed out of turn 2, up the inside of Verbeek, through turn 3, now into 4. And they have also got the now returning Vince van der Hallen, who's, after that spin with him and Oliver Spencer, when Spencer unfortunately rotated the back axle around at turn 10, that's going to be another position. So Jeff Verbeek loses out to Vince van der Hallen. So van der Hallen really making sure that he can do the best in the current situation. At this point, Vince van der Hallen is not going to get the clean sweep. He's not going to take 3 heat wins and a super heat win, but he's going to make sure that he's as high up the grid as possible, which more than likely could be pole position for the final later on. We've still got 27 drivers running as we've lost Tristan Abeels on lap 3, Oliver Hockreuter on the opening lap. It's going to be close on the time. Vic Van Kampenhout with 2 seconds crosses the stripe. 2 laps to go. The timer has expired in the mini and mini rookie superheat. And still the battle wages on between the likes of the 133 of Boris Maligranda. Jeff Verbeek trying to look through the inside. There's AJ Berggraf in the background in the 171 who gets a bit sideways out of turn 3 and into 4. There's Victor Reitz trying to close on in on Michael Ziyech as AJ Berggraf gets through on Jeff Verbeek, who's now dropped out, who's now demoted to 10th position down the Europalan and heading into turn 7. So we are going to head on to the last lap of the mini and mini rookie superheat. Vic Van Kampenhout will bring us around for one more time, 1.36 kilometres, 12 turns. Still leading in mini rookie with a lap to go and is yet to cross the stripe is Conor Heufer from Germany in the 78. Van Kampenhout's lead is now 1 second and climbing. Ziyech still battling away with SP Motorsports. Victor Reitz for 2nd position. So Reitz looks to be very much on the coattails of the 184 in front through out of turn number 6. Who gets the better traction? It looks like it's going to be Victor Reitz. He's going to look to the inside. That's going to be a bit of a squeeze. They touch sidewalls and Ziyech still holds the line. This could also give the opportunity to Jack Freeman to try and get into the top 3. And that will help the Britons' chances no end. But Vic Van Kampenhout is striding into the distance and is now making his way through into turn 10 for the 9th and final time. Maxime Becker has set the fastest lap of the race on a 1:15.879, but it's going to be Belgium's Vic Van Kampenhout, the young man in the 124 that powers out of the final corner and takes the win here in the mini superheat at Karting Genk. Second, it's Michael Ziyech, Victor Reitz, Jack Freeman and Maxime Becker rounding out the top 5. Great recovery from Vince van der Hallen, who tumbled all the way to the back end of the field and storm back up it to finish 6th, ahead of Lithuania's Patrikas Jokius. The Netherlands' AJ Berggraf, Boris Mariglanda from Poland, with Jeff Verbeek from Belgium completing the top 10. Kimi May, 11th. Oliver Spencer recovers after the spin at turn 10 to finish 12th. Ahead of Derem Yater, Can Osler, Juliana Marie Schulz, Max Moore, Sebastian Brand, Dimitar Lazarov, Luan Seidel, and mini rookie superheat winner Conor Häufer from Germany in the 78. He's followed by another couple of mini rookie drivers in the form of Ryan Rampadarath and Matthias Verreken. Maximilian Kiel, Leon Herbos, Miko Leon Schwiers, Kilian Kommer, and Plamen Georgiev round out the 27 finishers. After 9 laps, we lost Tristan Abils on lap 3 and Denmark's Oliver Hochreuter on the opening lap. And I've just been informed that Matthias Verreken will still finish 3rd, but is demoted due to a pushing penalty.